your mind right.
Sorry. I'm a good editor.
What's good, nigga?
The a-hole for refusing to pay for my stepdaughter's wedding because her real daddy is the one that's gonna walk her down the aisle. So let me tell you guys about my stepdaughter, all right? She wants her real daddy to walk her down the aisle. Now let me give you a little backstory on me and my stepdaughter. She just graduated from university, which I paid for. Now, she went to an in-state university, but it still cost me about $40,000. Now, I also bought her a car. I bought her a car straight after high school. That way she could go back and forth to school. I bought her a car. She still lives with me and her mother. She does not have a job. Her daddy, he don't contribute to not 1 cent on her.
I remember seeing this video. There's a lot more to it than that, though. Yeah.
Educate me, because I don't know. Fill in the blanks.
Well, this gentleman, he's dealing with the woman that already has children to this other guy, right? So the daughter that he's talking about is to another man. Okay. He paid for this girl's graduation, wedding reception, I guess, because they're getting ready to get married. Okay. And he bought her car and did all the thing, paid for the wedding, all the things they hand out. What are those? The invites and all that stuff. He paid for all that, and his name's not on none of it. She and to dance with the best, you know what I mean? How the father's supposed to dance with the daughter and everything. He thought he was getting to dance, but the real father ends up showing up at the wedding.
And she dances.
It's the real father's name is on the invites. It's him that's dancing with the daughter. It's him, and he's saying, but the real father didn't do nothing. Like they just used him as a money bank for his money.
So wrong.
And that's the gist of it. He was good enough for the money, but nothing else. He paid for everything, but his name didn't get, he didn't get recognized as the man that took care of her, supported her, done everything for her, paid for her wedding, got her car, you know what I mean? Like, he got none of that.
I've seen things. If she was a good stepdaughter, she would have had a dance with him and her dad. She would have included him on the invitations and everything. Even the dad, even though he
These
didn't.
mics are amazing. Do you hear this?
Yeah. Even if, as long as she made it right by her stepfather, if I was that man, I wouldn't care if the dad showed up. But being that she handled it that way, he didn't get to dance. He's not included on the invitation.
Another big thing though too, Mayor, is this guy ordered all the food, so he
paid for it all.
Listen, he don't eat certain foods. Like let's just give for instance, he don't eat pork. They ordered all pork.
They straight
they straight shit on the guy.
Oh, so you know.
Yeah. I've seen when he.
I only know this. I only know what.
There's a lot more to it than.
Yeah, I only know this.
Yeah, they just like straight shit on him, like.
Because my take was, hey, you mess with her already made family. Hey man, that's her dad. You're with that comes with that. You understand what I'm saying? It comes with that. Not to personalize everything, Rocky. It comes with that.
It does.
You know what I'm saying? So this is what that comes with that. So it is what it is. You're not my father. But you being with my mother, that comes with that. You don't have to do it, but that comes with that. But I didn't know the
I'm
backstory.
gonna have.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Catch you on that.
I didn't know the back. I didn't know the back. I'm only going off of
What you
that.
saw,
That's
little
it.
clip, right.
That's it.
There's a
When
lot
you're
more to it than that,
when
and I
you told me
you
that, I stand corrected on my first thing. I'm like, hey, you know, we've dealt with women that had children, and that it comes with that.
Right. Oh,
You know what I
we
mean?
already know that as far as that, but where I'm coming from.
But I didn't know. See, you're giving me backstory that I didn't know, brother.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say. So I'm speaking out of ignorance in every sense of the word. When you're
didn't read the,
when
you
you're
didn't hear the whole
I didn't
clip. Right.
I just heard
That little clip. Right.
that clip, nothing else.
Now the thing where I have a big
Everybody
problem
knows I
with
don't
it
fact
is
check.
like, yeah, we already know once you go into a relationship with a woman that already has kids to another man or started a family with another man. Okay, yeah, we know that comes with that. Okay, yeah, I love your kids just as much as I love the woman. All right? But where it got real ignorant at is that his name's not even on the card. He's not even being spoken
Yeah,
as a
see.
man that paid anything. He's
I'm glad
paid
that you
for
knew.
all this stuff. He paid for the woman's
they
wedding,
used him.
the young girl. Now, not only that, the stepdaughter. I guess that would be his stepdaughter, right, or daughter-in-law,
Yeah,
or whatever.
Stepdaughter.
Where is the love for me for paying for yourself? You could at least give me a shout out. Okay, you can give your dad the real dance, but give me one too.
That's right.
I help pay
Situations
for
like that.
everything, and you say even shout me out nothing or say nothing. It's all about her real dad, and the mother wasn't fine with it too.
Yo.
This is what I don't understand. That's where they just used this man for his bank.
And they got the food on the menu.
I
that
have
he don't
no-
even
hey.
eat.
Yeah.
And he
I have
paid
nothing
for
else
it.
to-
And that's where
Sir?
his problem was. It's like, and they don't have
That was
no
a
respect.
dick.
Like they didn't even.
They didn't they
They
showed
didn't
no
say
respect
thanks,
for
like
him.
They just and like
Basically.
I said, like he didn't eat certain kind of food. Like I can't remember if it was pork or something. They ordered all pork.
No.
Basically,
Something that he couldn't even eat.
we don't want you here.
And
They did-
and he wanted. And
Rocky.
that was another thing. He wanted his family, some of his family members invited, and they was all their family.
So basically, see, I don't know. I'm asking you. They did anything and everything to keep this gentleman away from this party.
Basically.
You know what I mean? Listen, if you
And
don't eat
everything
pork,
but ki-
it's gonna be
but
fucking beat.
refused his money.
We're gonna
Everything
take.
but refused his money.
We're gonna have a goddamn hog on a spit. We're gonna. See,
He paid for it, and that's why he was so upset about it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you need to find the other clip because you'll find
yeah,
out.
part.
about
No.
this.
I believe you.
Yeah.
You brought it down.
Yeah, baby.
You brought it down with your fact checks. Hey, I only went on the
As soon as
surface.
it popped up, I said, "Damn, I remember seeing this," and it was probably about a good, maybe 3 weeks, if not a month ago. I saw that, and I was listening to the whole thing. I was like, "Damn."
Okay, next clip. We're gonna get through this. Payless pulls a scam on rich people.
I think I see this.
Did you see that?
They think they're other. It's Payless.
They put this. They just put Payless shoes in fancy stores, which the shoes are worth $6, and they put them on a high price point at like $1,200 and stuff like that.
Yes.
And these rich people didn't even know they was so.
Sucker.
Yeah. So let's get into the content.
Experiment making headlines by the chain Payless Shoes. They held a grand opening of a luxury store with a different name but the same shoes and charged hundreds more for those same shoes. Customers paid. Here's ABC's Kana Whitworth.
Behold, Palessi.
We built a fake luxury store in Los Angeles and filled it with Payless shoes. The guests at our grand opening party had no idea.
Guests invited to check out what looked like a luxury shoe shop.
They're elegant, sophisticated. I just think it's so classy.
And I could tell it was made with high quality material.
A $35 shoe going for $645, an 1,800% markup. Store owners sat on their heels as fashion influencers emptied their wallets.
I would pay $400, $500. Yeah, people are gonna be like, "Where'd you get those? Those are amazing."
Then they're let in on the prank.
These are actually from Payless.
That's amazing.
Look at her
Got
face.
to be kidding me.
Shut up.
Hurt.
Are you serious?
But those shoppers were
Hurt to the
refunded
soul.
their money and they got to keep the shoes.
David Payless calling it a provocative social experiment designed to
And it's not
challenge
illegal.
today's image-conscious culture. Either way, it was an effective PR stunt.
Yeah.
David?
Clearly a market.
Hey,
I love that PR stuff.
It's just true in so many situations. Like, listen,
Well,
you could put a name out there. If it sounds a luxurious name, Sean John, all that stuff, and there'd be some marked up, some $6 T-shirts or something they're selling for $300-$400.
well, Stephon, remember the Starberries, right? Stephon Marbury. Okay, he had a shoe. He's a basketball player. His shoes was $8, right? They did a side by side, excuse me, with his shoe and Jordan's. Everything the same. The ankle support, all that the same. Only thing that was different was the quality of leather. So Jordan's might have been filet mignons and his leather might have been T-bone. So what?
Still
You know what I mean?
Still
But you know what I mean? But he sold it for his sneakers for $8. Even when Shaquille O'Neal sold his in Kmart for $22.
I remember the Shaq.
You understand what I'm saying? It's just that they mark it up because the name, but these people make it affordable, and that's what they just did right there. We could just come out of with a shoe tomorrow and say, check out these new Fracciacinis. Long as it sounds like it's from, yeah. Long as it sounds like it's from a certain place, and that's how we've been programmed to think that this was amazing. That was an amazing experiment.
I do too. They was carrying Payless shoes to their BMW.
You see the lady's face though when she was like, huh?
Yeah.
I said, yeah, this is Payless. She just stared for a minute like, you're bullshitting.
And it weren't being scammed because they created a store.
You
know what I mean?
A luxurious name.
And
That's
the luxurious name.
So
Listen, these are the shoes, the same shoes. We're just gonna mark them up at a different price. That's it. We're just gonna charge these motherfuckers. We're gonna put a cool name on this, and we're gonna mark them up at a different price.
The customers were sure they were.
And you just thought you were buying some exclusive shit, and you were buying Payless shoes. I thought that was amazing.
I love it. Bravo.
Oh, I don't know if this is a steal. Girlfriend kills boyfriend because she found a picture. Let me see. I don't know if this is a thing. I don't know if this is a still shot. Oh, yeah, it's a still shot. Woman 37 stabs husband multiple times after finding explicit photos of another woman that turned out to be her when she was thinner.
Oh, damn. Oh, damn.
It looked like she was just looking for a reason to kill this man. You know what I mean?
Shit.
Like she was just looking for something to kill this man. And it was
What the hell?
a picture of her thinner her.
Yeah, that's the news. She won his phone when we talk about all that phone shit. See, he had a picture of her probably. We could only, who's her? It's you. and she stabbed him multiple times.
Wow.
Talk about issues like that's some type of insecurity there. First of all, you picked up his phone to look through it and couldn't even recognize it was you.
Hey, Paco.
But you couldn't recognize it was you.
Is that snooping going wrong?
That is snooping going wrong.
Is that Paco? Yeah, hey, and your thing, you could have got your ass stabbed up because you're looking.
Yeah. Yeah.
So she could have wanting your phone.
First of all, she wouldn't have had my code. I don't know why all these girls feel like, well, if you got nothing to hide, give me your code. Well, no. Because you know what I'm saying? And the only reason I'm not giving you my code is because I'm allowed to have stuff that I don't have to feel like you have to go through because you feel like you want to go.
Bullshit.
You know
Bullshit.
what I mean? Nah, you don't need to go through
What do you got to hide, really?
Yeah.
If my man said, girl, give me that phone. Here you go, baby. Shh. I'd slide it across this table at him. Look at it.
That's because you're submissive.
Just don't look in my
diary.
diary.
That's because you're submissive. That's because you're submissive.
We're gonna power through
It's because I'm honest.
Don't
call me bullshit on that. It's because I'm honest. I'm submissive my ass. I'm honest.
That's gonna get you that number.
If my man would have told me something you just told me right now, we'd be fighting like I'm yelling at you now. Submissive my ass.
My thing is this.
We would have been fighting. I'd have walked out.
Goodbye.
That's insane.
That is.
She stabbed him up from another picture for her.
And she should have been in this shit. And she didn't even recognize herself.
And now she's going to jail.
Hold on, let me see. Did she kill him?
It don't matter.
She stabbed him multiple times.
Listen, it don't matter what
she stabbed him multiple times.
The reason why my woman that I'm proud of got her all her pictures in my shit. She can't even recognize herself, and I get poked up for it.
Okay, now
we're done. Now.
But you can look in the diary, and that's okay.
We're done. So.
Next subject, because let's see, we're gonna power through these. We're gonna power through these. Slide through, gang. There we go.
The internet is becoming scarier and scarier. These filters are very, very wild. Okay, because in a matter of seconds, I could go from. This is wild. We're gonna start with this. Just watch this transformation, and y'all see this now. Y'all see what's happening right now, right? Okay, 1 second. This is scary. This is scary, and to make matters worse, hold on, give me a second, because I'm trying to tell y'all, the internet allows me to be whoever I feel on any given day. This is wild. This is a criminal offense. And if it's not, it should be. This is wild.
Okay, guys.
Damn filters. I don't play.
There's an episode of Friends where
There's filters on those cameras too.
My thing is this. My thing is this, when we deal with deception, when we deal with magic, when we deal with filters, is that a form of witchcraft? Or are you deceiving me? You know what I mean?
Is it?
It could be. It could be.
Could it be a form?
Depends how you look at it and how it's the filter is being used. If it's being used in a
Because the young lady
way.
just transformed like that, using these different things. And it's like, well, that could be something to lure me in, which is witchcraft, whether you want to say it or not. And I know how you feel about witchcraft and things like that. But I'm just saying that could lure a person in. And you know what I mean? And you finally, it's just like if a gentleman will use a prosthetic as a penis pick.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So my thing is this: we won't even say witchcraft. Let's just leave that out of there. Is that a filters? One more time.
No.
Is filters a form of deception?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
They are.
I won't say witchcraft. Let's get that out of there.
Deception for sure.
Deception.
For sure. They're not only on phones, but cameras. Women watch soap operas, the Kardashians, this, that. Their cameras that they're filming in have their own filters to help that actor or reality star look a little bit better. We feel deceived from that. I would feel deceived if a man, like you said, it's deceiving. Totally, 100%.
When you go to see it, it look like straight Frankenstein.
Right.
I mean,
And like you know that whole thing about catfishing. Is it a reach for me to say if you use a filter, you're a catfish?
no, I wouldn't say he was a catfish. Deceiving, yes. Catfish has more bullshit with it. You're
Okay.
being
Still
deceiving, yes, but there's more things with that. There's deceiving, and then there's a higher degree.
Okay, I don't
Would
know.
be a catfish, in my opinion.
A catfish sometimes educate me. You're using somebody
Maybe
else's
totally
whole
somebody
body
else.
else's. You're not.
Totally somebody else. Like I live in this condo when they live in a shack, and or and they're totally somebody else, and they could be in a relationship or not. But say this catfish is in a relationship, and he or she's living a double life, and they're telling this other person that they're not. And, I mean, it could branch out in different directions.
That is the only difference between catfish and a filter. Person using the filter can say, "That's really me. That's me. That's my face." Even though I put some filter in it to change my look a little bit, and made me look like I got makeup.
I'm being
and hair.
deceiving,
This
but
is
I'm
me.
not catfishing.
But a catfish is you're using somebody else's total whole different.
It's
angle. You're somebody else's total whole different picture.
Now educate me. I'm thinking the difference is the filter. Okay, respectfully, the filter I can make the grays in my beard look black. The catfish is I'm a whole new different person, and I'm from a whole new different.
It could be.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not from where like my picture is I look like Bad Bunny or somebody like that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm from I create a whole new different character. Is that? Yeah. Is that the difference?
Yes, and it could be a female.
You create a whole new different character.
The real smoke, you.
Yeah.
Use me.
Yeah.
As my profile.
Yeah.
My picture is your profile.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or
So
maybe
that's the
a woman
difference.
pretending like she's a man because she has a crush on
So
another
no,
female.
we answered it. We bodied it. There's a difference between
Yes.
yeah. Because when you catfish, you create a whole new different character.
So much
Yeah.
bullshit.
It's I'm. When you filter, it's just like okay, I'm just
I'm being deceiving about myself.
I'm blemishing. Okay, yeah. Okay, this is the last one. This is interesting about hotel soap.
Hotel soap.
What they do with hotel soap?
What do we do with hotel soap?
Yeah.
I know a lot of people take some.
Oh no! This is gonna be crazy.
Rags. I've taken a rag before from the hotels.
I
They got
take
the big
soap.
thick rags. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, shout out to the Hard Rock. I took pillows from that bitch. You know what I'm saying? The Hard Rock in Florida. Shout out to them in Hollywood, Florida. And I got you for a comforter too. Stuff that shit in my fucking suitcase. That was $650 a room. You don't think I was gonna take some $650 a night? You don't think I was gonna steal something? On my birthday? $650 a night. You don't think I was gonna steal something? I wasn't impressed with your big ass guitar, but I was impressed with those pillows.
Good old Hard Rock Cafe.
Hollywood, Florida. Yeah, it was me. Soap, what they do in hotels.
There's an episode of Friends where Ross and Chandler are checking out of a hotel in Vermont.
Could you have some complimentary toiletries sent up to my room?
As Ross picks up his suitcase to leave, it bursts open and an avalanche of mini soaps and lotions comes tumbling out. It's admittedly a lot of stuff, but not compared to what's actually left behind in hotel rooms. So what happens to the toiletries that don't fit into Ross's suitcase?
They recycled the soap.
Sean Seipler used to stay in around 150 hotel rooms a year. One day, a thought hit him. What happens to all the half-used soaps he leaves behind? When he called the front desk to ask, they told him it all just gets tossed. So in 2009, he started Clean the World out of a one-car garage in Florida. With a few friends, some potato peelers, meat grinders, and cookers, Seipler developed a way to recycle used bars of soap into new sterile ones, which can then be donated to children and families around the world who don't have easy access to soap. That makes them susceptible to diseases like pneumonia and diarrhea, which kill almost 1.5 million children under 5 every year, but can be prevented by hand washing. Since 2009, Clean the World has distributed more than 50 million bars of soap to people in 127 countries. The nonprofit initiative quickly outgrew the garage and now has recycling facilities in Orlando, Las Vegas, Montreal, and Hong Kong. And it works with 8,000 hotel and resort partners, including Walt Disney World Hotels, Marriott, and Hilton. Hilton joined forces with Clean the World in March 2019. In its first 7 months, Hilton donated 2 million pounds of toiletries, which contributed to 7.6 million bars of recycled soap. But how do you clean the thing that does the cleaning? Here's how it works. Starting at the hotel, staff members are trained on the collection and recycling process. Housekeeping collects the used bars and bottles and deposits them in special bins. The bins are then transported to one of Clean the World's recycling facilities. There, the toiletries are sorted by product before entering the first stage of the recycling process. For bar soap, it's first surface cleaned, before going through a sterilization process that eliminates all pathogens. The sterilized bars are then ground up and put through a manufacturing line where they're remolded into new bars. Once they're boxed and loaded onto pallets, the bars are distributed to homeless shelters and organizations in the US and to people in need around the world. Hilton has pledged to divert all of its soap from ending up in the trash by 2030, and Clean the World has kept 20 million pounds of hotel waste from polluting North American landfills since it was founded. Some hotels are starting to take a different approach to cutting down waste by eliminating single-use toiletries from their rooms entirely, instead opting for bulk offerings. Clean the World knows that this is a possibility for its hotel partners as well. The plan would be to create new impact products, like hygiene kits and corporate event packages, to make up for the potential drop in production and revenue. As of now, Hilton hasn't decided to make the switch from individual to bulk toiletries. So if you're staying in a Hilton hotel or another of Clean the World's partners, don't be like Ross.
Instead of taking one, I take 6.
Leave that stuff behind. Your twice-used soaps won't go to waste.
I love this. At first I thought I was going to go a different direction, but I love this.
Expound.
I think it's a great idea.
I think it's great. It speaks for itself. I mean, why not? I will never steal another soap again.
So, expound. Expound, Vaco.
I think it's a great idea, because I used to, like I said, I've taken a bar of soap or two here and there, and they ain't even big. They're just some real thin pieces of soap. But I think it's a great idea what they're doing, because a lot of it does get tossed out, instead of tossing out.
No, I don't think it's heard what they're saying. They're talking about used bars of
They're
soap.
sterile.
Yeah, but they sterilize it. They
Nigga, I don't give a fuck. I don't want nobody else's bars on bar hairs on my soap, man.
They sterilize needles at the hospital too and reuse them.
Oh my
I think in other words, I think it's a good idea.
I do too.
If the process is correct, like they're
It
saying,
can't be any worse. Look at food banks that give out
I'm gonna give it
strawberries.
I'm gonna give it to y'all.
They clean.
Get out of here, you damn nigga!
Smoke. They're telling me to get out of here. I do not agree with that. There's ways to make natural soaps, and that soap is probably the trashy of the trashes anyway.
I disagree.
Okay.
Yeah, just like I'm saying, you're just talking about to these people that are homeless, to, you know what I mean?
I think that's how
So
they.
now we must label the soaps
One at
that
a
we're
time.
cleaning
Let
the
them
world
let
with.
them land his plan.
Yeah, people that are homeless to the other countries that can't afford it, all like that, and we're just throwing it out. One, people use the bar soap one time, whether they're washing their body or their balls or whatever with it. If it's getting clean, if it's getting like sterilized to the point where, it's taking care of any impurities and they're melting it down and it goes back into they're making bars. I don't see nothing wrong with that. I think that's a great idea, especially to the people that can't afford it.
This is where we can come up with discussions to where it can end up like, okay, this is soap that was left behind that the wrapper wasn't taken off of, and then you got soap that was used, and now you must put on that soap, sterilized soap. It all's got to be sterilized because it was in the room regardless. But I think they know these days a proper way of sterilizing it. So none of, if they got cooties or whatever, you can't get it.
Nothing like that.
Right.
Well, I'm gonna say it like this.
His smoke just can't take
I
it.
don't like it.
I'm
So
gonna say
his mind
I take
around
my own
that it was used.
to a hotel or
There
a
might
shop
have been a pubic
Yes,
hair on there
yes.
or something like that. Like he just can't get his mind past that part.
Yeah.
You know
I
what I'm
mean, my thing is this. Let me go ahead and agree with you guys. The first step and say, if it works for those developing countries, so be it. Because let me not be Americanized, because we're allowed certain amount of roaches and cereal, rat hair. You know what I mean? Excuse me. The FDA approves that.
Right.
You know what I mean? I just like.
You can't get
It
past
freaks
it.
you out
'Cause
something.
you
I
know-
get it.
Yeah, right.
I get it.
understand it.
I'm not saying, like I said, those developing countries that don't have access to that, but a lot of that stuff hurts them because they've been adjusted to what they've been. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why these people that are indigenous to these indigenous people, they call mud hut people or whatever. You come through, you fuck their shit up. They already built up the bacteria to where they live at.
Right.
You come through outside, you fuck up their shit. So when you give them that soap,
It helps.
you might kill them. No, because they're not used to soap. You know what I'm saying? They have been living they worship with mud.
You
That's
are right
what,
to a degree.
relax. Let me land my plane. They have been used to living in this way. So when you come over here trying to Americanize or Europeanize these people they don't give a fuck if they've been getting stung by honeybees or this and that. You coming over there with your fucking soap might fuck them up because they've been fine without your fucking soap. That's what I'm saying. They've been fine. Even though we might think you're helping them out, but they've been fine, living fine using some type of bark to clean their teeth. Some of them people have the most beautiful teeth on the goddamn planet.
Absolutely.
So they don't need your toothpaste.
You know I'm about that organic stuff. I get what you're saying. Totally get what you're saying, and I agree with a lot of it. But as she said, and if she's speaking the truth, it's that it has helped some of these diseases, bacterial diseases and whatnot. So what if one of these...
That's what she said.
Right. And
maybe she's trying to sell an agenda.
And that could be.
Did they ask for that?
We need to ask questions.
We need to ask, hold on. We need to ask the other side to say, did we ask for your soap?
Do you need it?
Do we ask for it, or are you just forcing it on us?
Right.
Did we ask for your soap? Did they show the footage to say that, hey...
I think you're going a little far left with that. Just for the simple fact, like, you can't force soap on nobody. If they don't want to use it, they're not going to fucking use it. It's a free fucking program. They're giving them... So obviously, if they're taking of it, to help them with their bacteria. That's like saying, okay, we can offer you clean, filtered water. Just because you're so used to drinking muddy water, we could sell you or give you a better, cleaner water. So what? That's going to affect them because for all these years they've been doing fine with the muddy water.
Yes,
like he said,
yes.
They add fluoride
because
into the water like
because
they
they've been adapted. Listen, if you go to an indigenous,
some things are going a little far left to me.
Sir,
there's different things like fluoride could be like when you're talking toothpaste and that they could do more harm to your. They can even for us. Certain fluorides and shit can do bad, right?
You should use all natural
it's bad for our
mouthwash, all
teeth.
natural.
But you can't tell me that a cleaner water ain't better than the muddier water.
My thing is this.
Period.
My thing is this.
I don't give a fuck.
I'm not willing to argue. I'm not willing to argue in that. But my thing is this. There's certain things that they are indigenous to to their countries. That
soap is harmful to them. Is what you're trying to tell me.
It could be.
Hand sanitizer.
It could be.
Sanitizer. That's not soap.
Okay. But they aren't living in a chemical world that we're living in either, though, Lamont. You got to understand that science.
Because they don't, I mean, it's not only that. I'm not sitting there saying, I said it's a great program.
But I think it is
but
too.
He's trying to make it seem like because
I think it's a little much,
it's a great
but at the
program,
same
like it
time,
goes over to them, that they don't need that because they
don't need it.
With that.
They've been living on it for years. These people, brother.
But what it's down mining is somebody giving you something that's able to help out. Not saying that you have to take their help, and not saying that.
My thing is, they did not act.
Like you said, certain germs and
hold on.
Just because they've been living like that for years, they could be living longer.
My thing is,
get rid of certain germs. If they was rather to be able to get rid of certain things.
Overall, I feel it is a good program. But it can
He's trying to make it seem like.
My thing is this: we seen indigenous.
We're forcing ourselves on that.
Exactly, and that's what I think it is.
Basically, at the end of the day, is how I'm taking it. What he's.
That's what I think it is. We've seen indigenous. Hold on.
Giving them free bars.
My thing is this. We've seen indigenous people on National Geographic with plates in their lips. They're elders, 80-something years old. 80-something years old with no fucking hand sanitizer, and they're hunting off the land, and you know what I'm saying? And they don't need that shit. That's what I'm trying to say. And they've been living fine without fucking bars of soap, homeboy. I'm sorry.
You can't live without it. See, that's where you're getting it mixed up with me. It's not saying that they need it, dude.
They don't want it. Hold on. My thing is this.
It looks like a lot of the people wanted it. You can't force somebody to take some damn.
Man, that's PR.
You're going to use this.
That's PR. That's PR. That's PR. That's PR. Ain't no. If those people were saying, hey, if anything, those people might ask for food. Ain't nobody ask for no damn soap.
See, some of that shit is pride. Some of that shit is pride. They're not saying that people that they've been living doing it for how they want to do it.
For years.
Yeah.
For years.
Yeah,
Without no hands. Without no hand soap. Nothing.
Offering something free to you. It's not saying that they have to fucking take it.
Like I said,
I said it was a good program because they're willing to take this, sterilize it, and give it to them if they want it.
They don't want to be sterilized.
It didn't look like none of them that was on the TV didn't want it.
Dog, we've seen people again with plates in their lips. If that's
What's
not,
that got to do with soap?
sir, I'm gonna tell you because soap sterilization. Okay, they do this raw dog, no sterilization. Sir, let me land my plane. You see those elders? They're 87 in their 80s with plates in their lips, sir.
Plates in their earlobes.
And they did not need the Americanized fucking anesthetics or nothing. They did what they did, sir. Okay, our dear sister, she medicates. Okay? That has nothing to do with alcohol or the Americanized system. They might do it that way. You just stepped in the box. You just stepped in the box and full of shit. You just stepped in the box.
They don't want it. They don't have to take it.
They're not asking for it, sir.
You don't know that.
Does anybody with a plate?
A certain example to sit here and say they don't want your stuff. They don't want that. They've been living the way they wanted to live for years.
That was PR.
Who told you
they don't
that
want
they
it?
didn't want it?
They don't want it.
How do you know?
Who
They call you up and say, "Smoke."
You just
we
say
don't want their bars of
basically.
smoke. We don't want your bars of smoke. Soap over here.
That was a PR because basically you seen one side of it. So the dog.
Living off the land, I really do.
She's being
but I disagree with what you're saying. I said that's a great program, and you're trying to say it's not a great program because we're as Americans are forcing it on them. We're forcing our soap on them, is what you're saying. And if they don't want it, they've been living without it. They've been doing this. They've been doing that. That's not what the whole fucking was. It was like this. Right. I mean, that's what I'm saying. But he's making it seem like we're forcing ourselves upon them by giving them soap.
I think it's a good
and I disagree with that.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls around the world, last word is.
Hey, that's what being individuals are.
No. Last word is Broncos. Make sure you do your research.
Yeah.
And thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in. They got shit to do, but we will leave you with this right here. Thanks for tuning in. Roll up your joints. We're gonna play the full songs. Let's get it.
Yeah, baby.
Get your mind right.